Hi, Elf Volunteers. Jessica here, Center 2 for Teeth and Skulls. This one is called What's for Dinner. It's pretty fun. Basically, eventually, towards the end of this center, the kids will be making their own um, menu for a specific type of animal with all sorts of crazy things. But first, we are going to start by reviewing again carnivores, herbivores, insectivores, omnivores. It's all in here. Then we are going to show specimens of each type of animal. I've got mostly teeth. I have one skull for this center. Um, for the teeth, we're going to lay them down on. Going to have these, like, everything's going to be wrapped up in this, like, thin foam. Every specimen needs to stay on this. I don't want the kids, like, picking them up and, squeezing them and trying to break them. So I will have these labeled, and basically just take this out of a bag with the tooth on it or with the skull, and lay it out on the table. The kids can two-finger touch. So we've got an example of, yes, okay, so actually I have more than one skull. So omnivore. We are omnivores. We have omnivore teeth. That's kind of an example too. But I also have a raccoon skull. This, again, should stay on this little foam mat. You can, like, move it around, let every student observe it, use their little hand lens, look at all of the teeth. It's great to see his omnivore teeth because he's got a nice mixture of lots of different types. Next, we've got carnivore teeth. So I've got a whole bunch of, and I will organize this better before next week, but I have a whole bunch of teeth from dogs and cats. Those are going to be great to see as well. I have an insectivore skeleton, skull and teeth. Now, this one's, I'm nervous about this one. So this is tiny. It's like this teeny, teeny, tiny bat skull. And it was on special loan from CU Boulder. It was really nice of them to find it and give it to me. I was looking for any insectivore at all, and they gave this to me. This shouldn't be touched or handled at all. As a matter of fact, I don't think we should even open the case because it is the most fragile thing I've ever seen. So, but the case is really very see-through. Let's use our hand lenses, look at it. It explains in here in the bin why each animal's teeth are different depending on their diet. But this is great. This is an insectivore one. Just please don't open this or let the children touch it at all. But it's cool to see. And then I also have some herbivore teeth. These are super neat. Again, these will be laid on one of these sheets. This is a bison tooth. Really neat. And an elk tooth. This one's awesome. Anyway, okay, so the kids, hand lens, look at all of them, keep them on the table, don't have them picking them up and, juggling them around. Then, after they look at one example of each tooth / skull, we are going to have the students make their own menus, using what they've learned about these animal diet classifications. There's also some more information here that I didn't go over, but you'll see it all in the outline. So each student gets some sheets. Okay, they get. This is a blank menu. They're going to make a menu, and they are going to use these cards. Okay, so tons and tons of picture cards, different types of animals, different classifications, herbivores, insectivores, carnivores, omnivores. Okay, there's a ton of them in here. Each student just chooses one. Okay, then it says on the back too what they are. So there's like a little code here. So let's see. Sloth, H for herbivore. skunk, O for omnivore. Okay. Then there's this Elf Eatery sample menu. It's got main dishes, side dishes, desserts, and drinks. Things like squirrel stew, things like French fried feet, fun things like that. Okay, so the students are going to get this. They're going to write the name of their animal here. The animal I chose is whatever. Then they're going to look at this list here. It's going to tell them, again, whether their animal is an herbivore, carnivore, etc., what types of sample foods that they would eat. Then they can take that idea and take things off of this Elf Eatery choose what to chew thing and make their own menu on here. They also should make like a menu logo. They can write like, this says Elf Eatery just because it's what was on the template, but they could also make a new restaurant name. Like, they can go crazy with this. If you have time, they can do 2. They're going to really, really like it. So have them fill out the whole thing. Older students, they might want to skip this idea completely, the Elf Eatery thing completely, and they might want to make up their own funny dishes. And younger students, if they don't want to write their main dishes, they can just draw pictures of them. And I think... Oh, yes, and afterwards, you should try to save a little bit of time to have the students actually share the name of their restaurant, what their animal was, what their animal menu consisted of. I think they'd really like to share that. So that's a super fun one. Center 2.